All right, greetings everyone. Staying the light here, part three. This is part three of the series Decoding the Movie in Time by Justin Timberlake, one of the stars. So if you haven't listened to part one or part two, you still can listen to this, but it might be more interesting if you started with one and two before you got to three. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. Now, in this part of the movie, this is the third part, the final part. Some other points to bring up that relates to the time we're living in. Many people couldn't work or didn't have jobs enough time, so they had free places from time to time would give people time. If you just didn't wasn't able to make it until one of those days and you didn't work, then you just died. There's no way to help you. So that shows you what's happening today. The welfare system is basically a time sharing opportunity. When it's there for you, you thrive. When it's taken away, you got to see how you're going to survive. Millions of people now thrown in a loop because they never thought they wouldn't get free care, free food. They never planned. They squandered their time planning for a day when there'll be nothing free. They wasted their time, and time waits for no one. Because everything is here to make sure you run out of time, meaning your life ends. For those who profit from your time. In other words, you work all your life and you energy in the form of money benefits others than yourself, other than your family. So when you leave, it's like you cash in your chips. Somebody always gets a windfall. Because all those contracts that was out on you, people who are part of those contracts can cash them in. Study trust law if you're not familiar with what I'm sharing, because we all been in a place in the trust. They call it a SESCAV trust. Your birth certificate is a trust instrument. That value is, last I heard, was about $2 million at birth. So in an average lifetime, you worth billions of dollars. So time is valuable. However, you don't know how to access your money. So a few people do. They know how to access their funds. They become the timekeepers. And the game is to make sure you don't learn the game of how to access your funds, or you can live, you can be immortal too. Immortality really only means having more resources than you need in a lifetime. And you can pass it on to your children, your family. So I'm amazed at this movie. I keep coming back to it. It was so often watching it because it's so much in tune with what's happening today with the rich, the people who have lots of resources and those who don't, and how the game being played on the people who don't have the resources, giving them hope, a false hope, that the people with resources care for them when they cannot care. This is the doctrine they follow, survival of the fittest. I'm rich because I'm more fit. You know, That's the doctrine. Social Darwinism. That's the term I'm looking for. Social Darwinism. That's how people been living under for centuries. That's why race was created, to extend the definition of social Darwinism. Because you're a certain race, that gives you an advantage under their concept to be more privileged and more opportunity to survive. Because these people who are doing this was once on the bottom, and they're determined not to be there anymore, not to ever be. Matter of fact, their mindset is that before we go back to being slaves, what their name says, Slavics, we would destroy all of y'all. That's their mindset. So this is divine plan. It's not in anybody's personal game. The universe is in charge of these plays, these chess moves that everybody has to respond to. So I hope you enjoyed this decoding of End Time, the movie. I don't recall what year it was made, but you can find it. Justin Timberlake. Yeah, many layers to this movie. I'm amazed at it because it relates to so much the time we're living in, and how so many people waste their time and run out of time, and they're not in time. Time of the essence. So it's time to stay in the light of truth and use your time wisely. That's your youth. You never grow old if you preserve your soul and doing things that keep your youth.